Alright. So we got a bronze Diana game. Did I just get laid? What the hell happened? That was wild. That was a wild open. I wouldn't get too involved with these invades in the future without any reliable CC. Maybe if Lux was there and she was pinging that her Q was ready or something, you could go for it, but you don't want to get chunked out of lane like this early on. Also, what up YouTube? It's NEACE. I don't know if I did an intro, but this is Diana coaching. Diana coaching, and we are down 30% HP going into lane phase. Now, to be fair, it's not that bad because we're running Doran Shield. But it is a heavy poke lane, and I'm also fairly confident that we're not supposed to be starting Q in these types of lanes. I thought we were supposed to be starting W. So, yeah. The goal with Diana, at least in my opinion, Diana is supposed to be all about W, push lanes, get swole, easy time in lane. And if you are starting Q, if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna verify that. I guess you can get away with it. A lot of the pros start Q, but I wonder if they would yeah, some start. Okay, it has to be lanes like this that you would start W. I mean, it absolutely has to be. The reason why I say start W in my mind is because I'm sitting here thinking like you're facing a ranged poke lane and you've already taken Doran Shield. All you really need to do here is just hold out until you get some items, and then you're gonna be rocking. You're gonna be holding it down, dick a swinging, dude. Way past your knees. I'm not saying you have to max W or anything like that either. I'm just saying starting W to mitigate some of the poke. But yes, because of the invade, and this is becoming a theme in the coaching, is weird invades. Stay away from him, dude. Stay away from him in low elo. Because what happens is, this situation now, same thing as the replay from before with the guy, the support dude. Here we are, we were already going to be on the back foot of the lane, but now we started Q, got involved in an invade, lost some of our HP, and now we're going to get poked down. Like, invade if it makes sense. Invade if your whole team's there. A good example is like, let's say that we have like a blitzcrank or something. If I have like 4 teammates and they're all in a group and they're all moving together, then yeah, I'll invade or something. But if I see like a couple people AFK, I will literally just sit at my tower and wait for minions to spawn. That's what you should be doing. If you're not out there getting vision right away or invading, then just chill at the tower. That way you don't throw the lane all out of whack. I mean, I'm all for it if it... Okay, wait. What was our farm here? 1, 2. Okay, that auto was very silly by you. But I think you recognize why that was silly. Arc second always starts W. I feel like most Dianas do. Like most high elo Dianas do. But I was looking at some of the pro builds and some of those guys are starting Q. And I suppose maybe it's just because lanes they figure they can bully or something somehow. But we're missing quite a lot of CS. And again, I think the invade has a lot to do with that. Personally, although this is sort of I'm gonna give you some like shitty advice, but it's shitty advice. It's very similar to what I give players when they're like low elo, because this is bronze. Okay, here's how I view if I wanted to play Diana in low elo. What I would literally, I'm not even bullshitting you. I would literally go into every fucking lane. I would start W. I would push the ever-living fuck out of every lane until someone stopped me from pushing the lane. is what I would do. I would literally push the fuck out of every lane, build Roa, and then build out from there and take towers, get off to a side lane and take towers. Over and over and over again. Shove lanes, roam if it made sense, but ultimately we shove, we take towers, and then get off to a side lane and take more towers. That's what I would do. If you notice, when you went into the... And I say it's bad advice, by the way, guys, because you go higher up, you can't do that. You can't. You go to, like, high plat, diamond, master, challenger, whatever the fuck. You can't just go into every lane, because eventually you're going to run into lanes that will bully you around. But even in high elo, we've had... what was it? Oryx was playing like Riven into Diana, or I don't know what it was, and he was having a very tough time dealing with the early game shove. So the shit's viable. It works. But my point is that right now we're on the back foot, getting poked down under our tower, and that's not what I want to have happen. Not at this level. Because you know what you can do? You start W, we back it up. You start W, immediately go right into the lane, full HP, start autoing the creeps. RA goes to auto you, you press W, you back up. As you're pressing W, you stand in the minion. You don't even try to touch her. You let her take some minion damage and maybe juke a Q or two, and then you resume pushing as soon as her Q goes back to her. And you just keep doing that shit. Getting big. That's what you should be doing. Instead, 4 minutes later, look where we are. Stuck under our tower with no mana. All right, so we shove, get a Doran's Ring, and TP back. I don't mind the TP to reset. I do mind you just tanking a charm, but you know what? Shit happens. You're not perfect. Now, this is Diana in a nutshell, okay? You are 20 CS behind. And by the way, I love the Diana pick. I think I've told you this. If you were coached by me on Diana, I'm pretty sure I've said this. I love Diana in solo queue. Tanky, bursty, will teach you the basics, point and click. The skill shot's a little funky, but other than that, just a really good, solid champion all the way around. You're down 20 CS, and you almost find a good all-in spot just kind of waiting under tower. When, you know, once you hit 6, you combo once and you get a long lane and you go all in, right? And you almost get the kill. Just barely miss it. That's okay. Shit happens. But that's the power. That's the potency of Diana right there. Is that she just deals with newbies very, very well. So we get the kill. I like your reset here as opposed to staying because we don't know where Lee is. And you didn't want to shove the lane. For some reason, Kane shows up and shove your lane. There's nothing you can do about that. We catch Lee killing Arcane, and you're getting kind of fed. Now, I've coached you before. How much have you been playing? I know, or I feel like you were playing Diana the last time I coached you. How have your games been going since I coached you? And are you sending me a replay? Have you seen improvements? Because I feel like you were bronze before. Were you lower in bronze? Were you, I just need to know. Because it would really baffle me, Hickernell, if you haven't been going up after after spamming this champion. It would really baffle me. My lane goes good. My mid game to late game needs work. Well, your lane did not go good here, and I'm not saying that to be a dick. It's just real. Because your biggest issue, I think in this game, you're just scared to farm because it's Ahri. But you're missing way too much CS in the early. What did I just witness? I know what I heard. Legalize weed. Legalize weed. Fucking get destroyed! Outplayed the shit out of that melee creep. Dude, don't legalize weed. If anything, I'm a testament to that. One edible and I thought I was actually retarded. And this guy wants to legalize it. No, actually, yeah, I think we should legalize it. I think the more stoners running around, the better. The more people doing this shit, the better for society. This is what happens when you legalize weed right here. I am starting to understand why Republicans get so mad about it. Because they had this Ahri in their bronze games. Holy shit. Well, that was a free one. Yeah, your farm is crap, but I think you realize, what the fuck is this TP? You don't even have ult. What are you doing? I hate this TP. This TP, okay, there's no flank here. You don't have a flank on Lucian. You don't have an ult. You don't have a flash. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Stay in mid. Win your tower, dude. Also, yeah. Why did you recall? Did you just get a freebie? Yeah. I do agree. I normally don't agree with Twitch chat, but it is true. You can shove this really quick, and you're level 10. Lee's level 7? Yeah, go shove your lane, dude. There's nothing to be afraid of here. Lee's not gonna fuck you up. Now, if... To be fair, you might have been like, well, I'm scared if Lee shows up. If your HP is like here, like, you know, 25% or whatever, then probably backing is fine. But I think you're just fine. Just one more wave. Just push in a wave. Tax that for the opponent. Tax that wave and then back and then go right back down mid. But leaving the lane split or dead even is unnecessary, I think. I think you could just shove. Yeah. And then this is just garbage. And you stay down here. It's so garbage. It's so ugly. I hate it. I can't stand it. I hate this play. You're basically... Okay. You're basically giving away your lane to this Ahri and letting her catch up. Why on earth? When you're literally just dumpstering her for free. Why would you start roaming around the map? Kill her again and take her tower. This Ahri, good lord. Same thing as before. Loosen up. Okay, I think what's happening here is you're thinking that by default, every time you win a fight, you cannot push in. But you need to also remember that, like, once you start getting fed, you need to loosen up how aggressive. Like, I'm not saying go in here and try to fight everybody. I'm saying that you should be trying to shove the lane and then back away. Like, shove an extra lane and then back away. Ahri's dead for 16 seconds. You're big here. You're fed. And then I think Lee Sin shows top. So the moment he shows up, top, You don't even encourage him to come to mid, even though you're huge. And he's 4 levels behind you. And all you have to do is dodge his Q anyways. You're just not really... You're winning lane, but you're not utilizing your big lead here in a smart way. Diana does well because she can fast shove towers. And I'm not saying I want you to get caught. I just want you to pressure the actual objective. I'm not a huge fan of that flash. I would rather at this point you can start shoving and roaming if, you know, if she gives you the Q, by all means take it, but you can push big waves like this in quickly and then roam to bottom and get some kills and then roam right back to mid. So you would go, because she's not very easy to kill, to be honest, unless she gives you the Q. But like you could just push in like this, try to Q her, like literally path just like this. Walk forward, fire a Q, it's bronze, so it doesn't matter. Fire a Q, you hit her, blow her ass up, right? If you don't hit her, start walking towards bottom, like in route. So it would be one quick motion. Q, go that way, and then go towards the Tom bot side. Get behind them. That's it. Now we give up our tower. A big part of why we are giving up the tower here is because we simply did not push enough lane waves under tower before backing in a lot of cases. Didn't pressure the tower ourselves, didn't draw LeACE into us. But I also like the roam there. It wasn't bad. I think it was fine. I think that's what I would be looking to do if Ari's not giving me the kills. And now we're just winging it. Now we're in bronze mode. You let Ari push in again. Why are we roaming without actually pushing our lane is what I want to know. Look, you start running down mid. Get up here and push, then roam. The only time we're getting off to a side lane is when our teammates are actually giving us a reason to. In this spot, we're going to our team instead of actually pushing any lanes. We're just winging it, dude. This is the summary of your game. Actually. Like, it actually is the summary. That and farming like shit. This is a 6-6 fucking minion ratio. Well, it's like 5-6 because one of them died. This is the summary of your game. You keep trying to run around the map or backing before actually applying pressure. Apply the pressure to the lanes constantly on a rotation. Shove a lane. Diana shoves lanes. Any high elo Diana shoves lanes constantly. S Diana 2. I played against him like, I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months ago. All he does. I forget what I played. I think I played Caston against him. What does he do? He goes into lanes and he shoves. Shove, 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 shove. Then after you know, if you get a kill, shove the next lane, back, come back, shove the next lane, and roam. You will keep leaving these minions here. Draw pressure to mid. That way you can, even if someone shows up and defend mid, then you can run up top side. You can literally send a big wave crashing and start moving. If someone shows up, then you keep moving. You keep moving up river. Make your quick roam and then rotate right back down to the mid. Shove and do it again. You keep skipping the wave and then just kind of running around the map. It's Mario Party shit. There's no reliable pressure. Why would we ever have to leave this and not shove? Ari can't kill us. Ari and Lee Sin can't kill us. Even if they 2v1, they can't kill us. Just silly. Yeah, I think so too, Timo. What the fuck? Just go in. The hell? Why flash? Q. R. What in the world? What in the hell? Why would we ever run from this? That is a level 9 Tom who just used his rotation. Auto. Loosen up. Fight. Battle. Hit the streets. You're huge. You got red buff. What? What is this? Ooh, that hurt. Thanks, Cam. That hurt to watch. Yeah, you should have won that fight. You legit just let him whoop your ass, dude. Okay, so now we're getting off to a side lane, pushing. This actually makes sense to me. I like you going to a side lane here because nobody's here with you. And you're getting the solo XP. Keep going. Keep going. Go fuck him up. I mean, honestly, I say fuck him up. You might lose now because you've kind of derped around a little bit. Either way, though, I want you trying, dude. Loosen up now. You're huge. I'm pretty sure you win. Even though she has Hex Drinker, I'm pretty sure you win 1v1. You go to bottom. Start pushing. Fuck him up! This is never gonna, this isn't gonna work. This never challenging thing is never gonna work. Yeah, me too, Swaggy. I'm pretty sure every time you fight, you're like running. Here you get Ari's flash. You're standing near 3. You could potentially go to top, although I think Urgot's going. Now here, you're all over the place, buddy. It's hard to keep up with what's going on in your brain. Alright. So you don't challenge the Aurelia 1v1 when people were mid and you were alone with her top. But then you see 3 people and you keep fighting. Even though you see 3 people, now you think this fight is okay. It's as if you never actually won a 1v1 anybody on your own in a split, but you would love to just run into mid and fight in battle. Makes no sense. Let's go back in time. Right here, I think you should be running up top and shoving the wave and looking to fuck with the guy under tower or flank. it seems like when you shove the wave, you never want to fuck with the guy under tower. It's like you're afraid that if you fight him, you'll lose. And I think the last time I coached you, you were pressuring and challenging people in 1v1s, and you like just barely lost a fight and then subsequently lost the game. But now it's like you're not fighting, you're not challenging at all, even though you're super fed. I don't want you thinking like never battle, never fight, ever. That's not what you do. When you have big level leads, loosen up. When you have big leads, loosen the fuck up and challenge people. If you're behind somebody, and I mean, here's how you can tell. You just look at the score, look at the farm. It'll give you a good read. Here, you're at 10k. The only person that I was right, too. The only person that's close to you is that Aurelia. And her build is pretty good against you. So you might get beat up. But I would rather you get beat up top lane learning your limits than whatever the fuck this shit is. You get dragon and then you go in and flash away. You're level 15. So here you lead with your R, which I'm confused, because Aurelia's top, you're fed. You could, if you really wanted to, if you really want to make a play here, I'm on board. You could flash to here, Q to here, and then R after the fact. So you could basically flash, Q, R, well, E then R if you want, or whatever, you know, or sorry, R then E, and whatever the fuck you want to do as Diana from that position. But don't lead with your R. The whole point of Diana is that before you go in, you want to hit the Q. That's important. And ideally, you want to throw the Q, R as the Q's in flight, and then you'll get a faster combo. But either way, like, just jumping in with your R is really silly to me. You have to know what your champion does. Your champion operates well if you lead with the Q first. So don't just R in or you miss a lot of your damage. Ooh! This game's a mess, brother. Get off into top lane. Bruh. Come on, bruh. How do I frame this? How do I do this? It's not clicking with you. I'm not sure why. Alright. 1. Farm. Well. At 6. So this is, I will put pre-6. Pre-6. Farm well. At 6, look for solo kill. Shove lanes if capable. Sorry about the handwriting there. Farm well, pre-6, at 6, look to solo kill. After that, shove lanes if you're capable. After tower, or after OBJ, I should say, objective, avoid ARAM. Challenge one v one on splits. Take side lane. Ugh. Handwriting. Towers. This is it. This is Diana. Oh, well, a bonus. 6A. Lead with Q before R. Yeah, 7 is profit. Dude, I don't know what happened. I feel like the last replay you showed me, from the time you showed me the last replay to now, somehow you've like completely avoided the whole split pushing aspect. The whole getting off to a side lane, the purpose of getting off to a side lane, yeah, pay attention to the enemy level and all that shit, but he should have, if he follows the steps, he should have even or higher level than everybody else in the room because of just getting the farm in a side lane and avoiding the inevitable bronze, silver, gold ARAM. The thing that blows my mind here is that the replay before you showed me challenging people 1v1. Now it's like you never wanted to challenge anybody 1v1 off on a split push. Even if you out-leveled them, even if you had more gold than them, even if you were super fed, it was as if you never wanted to look for it. The other thing was when you left mid randomly to like TP to bottom, or anytime you went to bottom or ran to top or whatever the fuck, you never shoved in your lane. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter who you are, if you're top lane, a bot lane, a mid lane, or whatever. The only time you can really leave a lane is if you yourself have pushed the lane. Don't skip minions. The minions are the fundamentals. Minions meet in the middle, someone shoves the minions to the other lane, and then there you go. Now all of a sudden, that lane is opened up to roam, to go into the jungle, to get shit done. If you leave the lanes break even in a 6-6 ratio, or 7-7 if we're talking siege waves, right? If you leave the lane in the middle, that means you're about to go battle, you're about to flip a coin, and then whoever wins gets a slight lead. Whereas if you shove a lane, now if you win, you get double benefit, because not only did you win whatever fight is about to break out, you also did damage to the tower that you left because you pushed the lane in, and additionally, you get the guy who wasn't able to catch the XP, you put them further behind. And you get more XP before you take off and roam and fight. So all this, like, leaving the lanes break even in mid, running around the map hoping it works, that is bronze shit. And then the how you're going to carry and win the majority of your games is when you decide to go towards the side lanes and actually challenge people. When people show up to challenge you and they're 2 levels below you, fucking battle them. Try. Especially if you see enemies that are in the other lanes. If you see three people mid and one guy's top and you out-level him by 2 levels, fucking battle. Hit the streets. Try a challenge. Say you're here, right? Say you're here chilling. Big wave crashes. Fucking throw your Q out. Walk up. Try to combo somebody. You're never going to win by just hiding from everything and never pushing anything. That's not how League works. Yes, I want you to play passive in the early levels before you hit your power spike. Once the power spike comes online, then I want you to fucking loosen up and throw down. Be confident. You'll beat everyone's ass. Be snappy with it. Walk up, find somebody, Q them, R them in the face, R them again, auto them, smack them around, whatever you gotta do. But you can't just see people and flee every time you see people, and every time you get a kill, your default can't be to just back. If Lee Sin's not there and you have 60% HP, you should be thinking, well, if Lee Sin shows up, I'll just try to dodge the Q and then walk away. If you're like 10% HP, yeah, go ahead and back. But guys, nothing in this game is just, if a, you know, I try very hard to simplify different situations to make it easier to compartmentalize, but like nothing in this game is just like, if I kill, I must be, because NEACE said so. Things work on frequencies. Like, most players do exactly what you did. They never push a lane when they win. They never shove a lane in, right? And so most players don't climb. Most players don't take a risk. Here you got fed, you didn't take a risk. How are you going to climb if you never challenge people, if you never get excited about getting a lead and wanting to use it on people? But everything's in frequencies. If we play Diana, we don't do anything pre-6 to try to kill people unless dudes are morons and try to challenge us too hard. So the frequency at which we challenge like pre-6 is super low. The frequency at which we challenge in lane after 6 is higher. The frequency that we shove lanes with W level 1 is high. The frequency that we roam as Diana pre-6 is low. The frequency that we roam with Diana after 6 is higher because we can shove a lane and roam. The frequency that Diana split pushes is really high because she can shove towers and take towers really quickly. The frequency that fucking Lux is going to split push is super low. Why? Because she's immobile and she can't duel for shit. The frequency that Lux is going to wave clear and just sit in the lane is very high. Balance. Everything is about balancing based on what your champions do well or do weak. That's it. Alright? So the next time you show me a replay, I better see some fucking splitting after you farmed well in lane and shoved in lanes, and after the towers have fallen, I want to see you splitting and hitting towers and fighting people so that we can talk about other shit, other like mechanic shit, other advanced macro shit, matchups, things that are happening. We can't just sit on the backside of the map and never challenge anybody. That can't be fun. It can't be. Loosen up. Have fun with the game once you get a lead. All right. It's NEACE, No Bullshit Gamer. Hope you enjoyed the Diana coaching. Please like, subscribe, etc. if it goes on the channel. Love ya, and I'm out. Peace. Cracks. Thanks.